So I guess I was talking to myself for like 5 or 10 minutes. Fuck. Um, that sucks. I kind of went over all the episodes. So this is my list, best to worst, and I went over them and kind of talked about why I thought they were good. Jeez. That sucks. I'm sorry. I don't understand why everything went offline. I don't get it. I don't know. I didn't want to go offline, but apparently OBS was totally fine. But and I looked at it, and it seemed to say it said I was online and streaming. But apparently not. Apparently I wasn't. So anyway, what I was trying to say was, I was trying to list over all the episodes. Yes, sorry about that. Anyway, okay. I gotta check my battery usage because 27. So here's something stupid. If I plug this in and I stream, even though it's plugged in with the charger, the non-dock charger, it will use more power than this charger can supply to it when I'm streaming at full brightness, which is ridiculous. Anyway, I can go over these again. So like I said, Space Seed, probably one of the best episodes. Conflict, battle, turnarounds, twists, reversals, whatever you want to call. They find this old ship. They rescue these people. They think that they're people from old Earth. Turns out they're not. Try to take over the ship. Turns out to be a foundation for a long feud. City on the Edge of Forever. Great episode. They go back in time. They try to stop a war from happening. Turns out that in order to stop a war from happening, they have to let someone die. So it's a good of the many outweighs the good of the few. Very interesting episode. Menagerie Part 1 and 2 and The Cage are episodes where I think the Menagerie is better just because it shows Spock's loyalty to his friends. It's his emotional side. Cage, the original pilot, same thing. Human condition type things. Very much like what you do when you cage humans, study them. It's very interesting, kind of like as animals. Court Martial, this is the murder mystery one with Kirk seemingly killing one of his crew members. Very interesting episode. Balance of Terror, first introduction of the Romulans. This is where we see both sides of a war kind of thing. Errand of Mercy, that was the one I just did that one. Oh god, I can't remember Errand of Mercy. Errand of Mercy was the one with the Klingons. Again, two sides of a war, but this time the sheep, which are the people they're battling over kind of on the planet, turned out not to be such. Taste of Armageddon, way ahead of its time. AI battles. AI is actually controlling the battles and the outcomes. I think it's way ahead of its time. Devil in the Dark, good episode, another murder mystery type episode, except this time it turns out that the thing murdering the people is not really murdering, it's actually just defending itself because it's the humans who are the actual invaders. Mud's Women, I think this is just a good episode, period, because first introduction of Mud, secondly, a lot of interesting introspection on how people see themselves. Galileo 7, a lot of kind of race relation type things that go on in that one. Conscious of the King, That one is another interesting murder mystery one. I won't go into that more. Enemy Within, dual personality type episode. That's the one where Kirk is split into two. They think that it's good versus evil, but it's not good versus evil. It's actually more of reason versus action, and you kind of need both parts to be a person. Arena is the one where they battle the Gorn. I would put it lower, but I think it's such an iconic episode and very I think it's one of those episodes that's one of a make peace not war episode, so I like that. Return of the Archons, again another episode I think that's way ahead of its time. This one is a society controlled by AI. Shore Leave is where we're getting to the halfway point of our season. Shore Leave is kind of like a silly episode. It's a good episode, it's a silly episode. Turns out they go to a planet that's a pleasure planet, but they don't know it. The pleasure planet is making... It's like an amusement park. They don't really know that it's that, so they kind of are confused by the fact that they're getting all these app-like things that are being created and sent after them. Turns out, it's actually just a pleasure planet. Charlie X. They find a refugee kid. Turns out he is an omnipotent being of some kind. Not the best episode, but still kind of thought-provoking in its own way. Dagger of the Mind. I don't remember Dagger of the Mind. What was that one again? Dagger of the Mind. The penal colony one. They go to a penal colony, and it turns out one of the inmates is actually taken over. Not particularly great, in my opinion. This Side of Paradise. That's the one where... that's the one where we learn kind of the emotional side of Spock. I don't think it's great. It's okay, but not great. Not a whole lot is resolved there, and Kirk and Spock fight each other. What Are Little Girls Made Of? Again, not a particularly great episode. This one is... what is this one again? This is the one where Kirk finds out all the inhabitants of this planet are really just androids. But, nothing is really... There's no real, introspection here. It's an interesting episode, but not terribly so. The Man Trap. Your typical monster episode. That's the one where, the creature that is the salt-loving creature is killing people on the crew. It's an interesting murder mystery because the salt-craving creature can assume different forms, but it's not particularly interesting. No real, in my opinion, sci-fi human condition type plots there. Squire of Gothos. It's the Q before the Q. Not a very good. It's an omnipotent being who thinks that he's so cool because he learned about medieval Earth. Not really. Where No Man Has Gone Before. Not a particularly good episode either. I think that one is... It's near the top here. Yes. This is the one with the... this is the one with the one dude who... They go to a planet and this one guy gets godlike powers. It's like Charlie X, but not Charlie X. The Naked Time. That's the one where they... isn't that the one where they discover the planet that's kind of got the weird disease? Not particularly interesting. Corbomite Maneuver. That's the one where that's the episode where the Enterprise is challenged by an entity, and it turns out it's just a little kid who wants to, from the first Federation, I think, who wants to just test the Enterprise. Okay. Miri, that's the one where they go to the planet where a disease kills all the adults and the children are left, and it's not super interesting. Operation Annihilate. They go back in time for no reason and go forward in time for no reason, and in the interim they have to erase the evidence that they were there. Not a good episode. Tomorrow is Yesterday. What's that one again? Tomorrow is Yesterday. Tomorrow's Yesterday. Oh, no, sorry. Tomorrow's Yesterday was that one. So then what the hell is Operation Annihilate? That was the last episode of the season. Sorry, I mixed those up. Operation Annihilate was the one where Kirk's brother is killed by the weird amoeba creatures. It's not a fun episode. The amoeba creatures were kind of more interesting, but then Tomorrow is Yesterday, because Tomorrow is Yesterday was the one that I just explained, where they went back in time, went forward in time, and they just had to destroy the evidence they were there. That was it. And then Alternative Factor, the very last episode on my list here. Not a particularly good episode. Like, this is one of the worst episodes in my opinion. In fact, this might be the worst of the entire series. It's just this one dude who is a time traveler or a parallel universe traveler, and he is hunting what turns out to be himself, and they are both doing something that may eliminate or exterminate the universe. I have no idea. It's a very confusing and kind of silly episode in my opinion. So I think this is my final list. This is my season 1 of TOS list. Yeah, not bad. Not a bad ranking. I think this is a pretty good ranking. I would watch these in order. Anyway, I'm gonna go use the restroom real quick, and then I'll be back. But it's getting pretty late, so I might sign off soon. Oh gosh. Alright. Yeah, I think this is my list. I'm gonna sign off. We all know what that means. You shut your face, Red. You don't tell them that. Yeah, I think this is a good list. These are just like... This top half is like such powerful episodes. I think pretty much everything from Taste of Armageddon, maybe even Devil in the Dark Up, are just like such good quality episodes. And then, you know, you got your mediocre episodes, and then these three at the bottom. These four... I would say these four at the bottom are just not even worth watching, in my opinion. But, I mean, they're still there, and it's fine, it's good. But, like, if I were showing someone Star Trek for the first time, these episodes are not the ones I would show them. So, Buttspot thinks you're going to take your butt off. I would never take my butt off. Why would I want to do that? My butt is supremely precious. So anyway, yeah, I think that's it for the night. That probably is... Oh my gosh. It's just a black screen. You can't even see me. I didn't realize my camera was just basically showing black because it's so dark. But yeah, I think that's pretty much it for the night. Yeah, it being 11:30, I don't really have much else I want to play, but... we reject your tier list? What? I will subjugate you. Subjugate. I see. Subjugate. And subjugate. So I think I'll post this list and be like, this is my season 1 tier list. And then what we can do is we can... I don't know if we're going to do a fireside chat stream again, but because I need to buy more wood. But it might be really cool to do another stream of season 2 and season 3, and then maybe like merge them all together. Because season 2 and season 3 are also fairly long. Like, let me look at the list here. Season 3 is not that long, but I think season 2 is kind of long.
3 hours before receiving a reply to our first message.
I didn't want that. Season 2. Let's see. Yes, season 2 is also 26 episodes. It's almost... season 1's 30. Season 2 is 26. So we're getting pretty close there. Season 3 is pretty short, though. Season 3 is a short episode. It's short season. Right? 24. Okay, shorter season. Man, that's actually a lot. Yeah. So I think we should totally start with season 2. And season 2, Amok Time. Oh, that's one of the best episodes. Oh, it's a really good one. And Mirror Mirror. Mirror Mirror might be a better episode than Space Seed. It might be a better episode than Space Seed. So we'll have to see, man. Is that a real stove? I mean, it's a real chimenea. So yeah, like, if I'm just looking at some of these episodes, oh man. Mirror Mirror and Amok Time, those are top tier episodes. I Mud, another top tier episode. Trouble Tribbles, top tier episode. Gamesters of Triskelion, pretty good episode. Maybe not toppest of tier, but pretty good. Private Little War, excellent episode with the Klingons. Definitely top half. The Ultimate Computer, fantastic episode. Actually, this is one of the better episodes in the entire series. Probably top 10 at least. Oh man, yeah, we're definitely gonna have to merge these in. Oh, and then season 3, Paradise Syndrome is a good episode. Plato's Stepchildren is a pretty good one. Wink of an Eye is an alright one. Probably a mid-tier episode. Ellen of Troyes. That's the one Daggett was mentioning earlier. Where Ellen of Troyes, she's the Troyan, and the Troyans have like a natural pheromone that attracts men, and she like captures Kirk, but it turns out Kirk really wasn't captured because Kirk's first love was the Enterprise. Haha. Good episode though. To be honest, season 3 did not have as many good episodes as season 1 and 2. Kind of petered out there, but you know, it's still good. Still a lot of good stuff. Plato's Stepchildren is like a pretty nice episode to watch. Let That Be Your Last Battlefield. This one is on the same level, in my opinion, as alternative factor. It's like a terrible episode. It's a terrible episode. They try to be really edgy with the oh, you two are fighting and you fought into the last man, and it's literally just two people fighting each other at the very end, and they don't know why they're fighting because they're apparently the same race, and they're a person with black on one half and white on the other, and the person is white on this half and black on the other, and it turns out they don't see themselves as the same race at all. I mean, it's telling, but executed poorly. Like, it's interesting because it's like, oh, we're all the same species, right? But it's executed so poorly. And then there's like a 15-minute scene or a 10-minute scene at the end with just them running around the devastated parts of the planet, and I'm like, no. Like, I get what you're trying to say, but it's just not executed well. So, anyhow, more Link to the Past randos? Bring the pickle in closer. I'll bring it very close. I will play more Link to the Past randos. I know I stopped, but that was because of the... I stopped playing Link to the Past randos for a little while, but that was because of the Mega Man 4 tourney. But anyway, I think I'm done for the night. I'm not going to find anybody to host because it's too much freaking work right now. So I think I'm going to stop here, and I'll post up my list of Star Trek episodes and how they're ordered. And we'll continue doing Season 2 and Season 3 sometime else. And this will be fun. We'll do this like kind of like if we've got nothing better to do. So... yeah, thanks for hanging out, guys. I guess unfortunately that stream kind of broke in the middle there, but hopefully I kind of went back over all the episodes well enough. Yeah, hopefully I went back over the episodes well enough. So yeah. See you guys later. Good night. Let me make this into a cool little text document, and or as Jenny wants, a spreadsheet. Jenny wants a spreadsheet. So let me make this into a spreadsheet, and we'll do it. We'll do it season by season and kind of merge them together. This will be cool. All right. Good night, guys. It's 11:30. I will see you guys tomorrow probably. It was nice. Helped me focus on working on the computer. Nice, Bob. Good. Anyway. Bye, Red. Bye, Bob. Bye, Alberto. Bye, Daggett. Bye, Juniper. Bye, Jenny, if you're still here. And, oh, wait. That's right. Tetley. Bye, Tetley.